Throughout halls of a Four Seasons loft. In Austin, I stalled, pause. My eyes crawl to a table. Paralyzed by pairwise dice, then attend to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin. Throw dice and woes of life. Love deprived, look at her vibe. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise. Crystal chandeliers, motives reflected. Often mirrors appear clear, grinning from ear to ear. Craving and raving the grain, rekindle the flame. Closer she draws near. Stay there, remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, we know our purpose.
Hey, hello everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Unpopular Hour. Of course, from your host, Matt Clark. Today we're going to try again. We had some technical difficulties, and once again, this is not a podcast, but a live stream. So if there's issues, hey, you go along and you deal with them just like I have to. Unlike podcasts, everything is perfect and it's edited out, and so anytime they screw up, they can fix it. Whereas on a live stream, it is what it is, and you get what you get. So anyway, but today I'm coming to you from the Santa Fe Family Life Center and enjoying myself a little bit of the sun. The pool looks so good. It's calm. Nobody's out here because school started yesterday for some people, started today for others, and then next week everybody will be fully loaded. But it is looking really, really good. That water is nice and warm, clean, because no kids have been in it peeing. Not to say the kids pee in the pool, but kids pee in the pool. Adults pee in the pool too. Now, of course, I've never peed in the pool. I'm just not going to admit it. I'm not going to admit whether I did or not. Let's just be honest here. But anyway, like I said, I'm coming to you from the Santa Fe Family Life Center and 6300 North Santa Fe. If you have any questions, you can call us at 405-840-1817. Memberships, of course, starting at $34.99. And you can contact us also online at www.sfflc. That's for Santa Fe Family Life Center. That's www.sfflc.com. Or you can just look up Santa Fe Family Life Center and go to it that way. Our fall ball, our winter league, our summer league is ending this week. Next week we'll be starting, on September 9th we'll be starting our fall league. And it's for boys and girls, 8-game season, 1st through 8th grade. 1st through 8th grade, only $350, not that expensive at all. You can register at sfflc.com/basketball, or you can call 405-840-1817, or you can contact Gary Vick himself at 405-476-5072. However you want to do that, and I see right here, we're going to take that off. The pool memberships are available, but when is the pool closing? Like in a week? September 12th, the pool closes. So you guys have about that long to come if you want to join. I'm sure there's a special discount. Like dang near free. Basically, you only have about a month left. So, but the water does look good, and I know that everybody is getting ready and doing stuff this week for their kiddos. But like I said, Santa Fe Family Life Center, we do have pickleball going on right now. Of course, we have a full gym. I'm talking about as far as weightlifting and things like that, equipment. Then we have, of course, you still play tennis. We have a couple tennis courts, some squash, racquetball, handball, whatever you tend to want to do. And then we also have some other activities that you can do. So we have a full facility here at Santa Fe Family Life Center. Once again, memberships only starting at $34.99. So that's really, really cheap. It's not that expensive. If you want to get some stuff, you can very, very easily. And I do highly recommend this place. Not that I am prejudiced, I guess, a little bit since I do train kids here and I help with the basketball supervisor. So that does have a little bit to do with it. But anyway, today's show, we're going to talk about the Big 12. We're going to talk, of course, some NFL since NFL season is right around the corner. We're breaking down the AFC North today. And our first two teams are the Bengals and the Ravens that we're going to break down. And then, of course, we're going to be talking about OU and OSU and predictions of where where they're projected to end, and then what are some of the big games that are coming up. Then we're also going to have our Husker Drew picks coming up.com. Drew, I believe he said he went 5-2. I don't want to put a license. Let me see. What did he say he did yesterday? I know he had a good night. He went 5-2 last night, so he sent me a text to remind me of how well he's doing. And like I said, if you've been following HuskerDrewPicks.com, you have made some money. And of course, football season's coming up, and this is when you really, really, really make money. Is in the first few games of college football as well as the NFL. So both of those things you can do to help people make money. And I wish these people would quit sending me, Stephanie Bice. Anyway, it's not a political show, it's a sports show. So let's just not even get into that. We're just going to break it down. But let's go ahead and talk about college football. Everybody's excited about it. It's just not that far. It's only 3 weeks away now till college begins. And, of course, we're really only interested in the Big 12. And then when you look at the Big 12 and then how they're ranked in order of finish. Now, of course, this is season prediction now. These are the predictions for this year. OU 1, Baylor 2, of course, my alma mater, Oklahoma State 3, Texas 4, Kansas State 5, Iowa State 6, West Virginia 7, TCU 8, Tech 9, and of course Kansas 10. And then when you look at that, it's almost the reverse opposite. That KU would be number 1, OSU 2, Baylor 2 and 3, and OU 4, somewhere around there. So if it was in basketball, it'd be completely flipped. Now, what I did on the Big 12 biggest games, I just put them in order of when they occur, because the Oklahoma State Baylor game on October 1st is going to be a big game, but is it going to be as big as the Baylor OU game on November 5th? Or is it going to be big as Bedlam on November 19th? Is it going to be as big as that? Or is it going to be big as the Red River shootout between Texas and Oklahoma? But let's start out with the Oklahoma State Baylor game, since it's the first big game, and that's October 1st. And it's going to be at Baylor. And so I'll probably maybe try to run. No, I'll work that weekend, because the following weekend is Texas, Oklahoma. And, of course, that's my birthday weekend, and every year I am in Dallas, having a fantastic time in Dallas. Have yet to ever attend an OU Texas game, because I don't really care to watch either one of them, and I'm not really going to sit out in the sun and get all hot and bothered over two teams that I can really I'll be nice and not really care about that much. Now, what I normally do is I go down and I have a fantastic time, and then when all my friends get up and their wives get up to go to the game at 8 o'clock, I take a nap, and I wake up about noon. So I wake up around 12:30-ish and watch the second quarter and the second half, and then, of course, I may have to have a few alcoholic beverages, because by the time I see them about 4 o'clock, they are totally out of their minds' tipsiness. So I have to catch up to them. So I do have a couple of adult beverages during halftime and the second half, because I know that they are doing the same there at the Texas State Fair and at the Cotton Bowl itself. Now, we've been debating on whether they should move that game or not. I don't really know whether they should or not, but let's not jump our heads. We're talking about the Oklahoma State Baylor. I think this will be a huge game for Oklahoma State. The problem is how good is that quarterback going to be? Is he going to be Spencer, or is he going to be Sanders? I don't know which one he's going to show up. But if the Spencer shows up, we have a chance. If Sanders shows up, I don't think we're going to do a whole lot. But this is a revenge game. We should have beaten them, and had we been at full strength, we would have went to the college football playoffs. That's what I believe. But, of course, they did take care of business, stopping us as time ran out on the goal line last year to win the Big 12 title and to kick us out of the possibility of going to the Final Four. Now, whether we would have won or not, that's debatable. I think that we should have because our defense was good enough. I think we were better than Cincinnati, but that remains to be seen because Cincinnati will be joining the Big 12 here in a couple of years. So it's going to be good to see them. And then there won't be any debates as far as who's better because they'll get to play each other, and that will be the end of that. And then October 8th, like I said, my birthday weekend, Texas OU in the Red River Shootout. It ought to be fun watching that. And plus, that's always a good time. Even if you don't go to the game, OU Texas weekend is a fabulous time to have a good time, to run into a lot of your friends. And a lot of us being so close to Dallas, we do have a lot of friends who live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And so it's always a good opportunity to get out of town, and it's a good excuse as well. Now, I don't wear either one of those colors because I wear the real orange, not that fake orange that Texas has. And I do wear my orange and black because usually we have games on that day as well, talking about my Oklahoma State Cowboys. The following week, on the 22nd, is the Texas versus Oklahoma State. And we play them a lot better in Texas than we do in Stilly. So that ought to be interesting in there. And I think I heard my boy Drew Henthorn of HuskerDrewPicks.com. Come on, is that you, boy?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, man? Today? You sounding terrible there. You all right?
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm going to need a better AC unit. I'm on fire.
Oh, my
Just
God.
on fire. I mean, what are we sitting at 12 and 3, 12 and 4?
Yeah.
I mean, watch out.
Yep. Okay, I was sitting here and I was going over my deal. I went, I'm doing the Big 12, and they got OU finishing 1, Baylor 2, Okie State 3, Texas 4, Kansas State 5, Iowa State 6, and then, of course, West Virginia, TCU, Tech, and KU. Then, of course, I'm going over the biggest games of 2022. But, I think Iowa State, OU and Iowa State are the only two with winning records in the Big 12 in the last 5 years. Every year, I mean, how do they just drop them down so far? I don't really understand that one so much.
Well, Iowa State lost 4-year starter at quarterback and Purdy.
Yep.
But you got to figure they got somebody groomed in behind them.
Think.
You'd hope. I mean, they got a great. He's a good coach. I mean, you got to figure that they'd plug somebody in there. But I don't know. I mean, I haven't really been keeping track of Iowa State recruiting, and then putting Kansas State with Adrian Martinez at quarterback. The guy's a career 15 and 31 as a starter. Come on,
turnover
Come
machine.
On. I mean, they're gonna get my blood boiling there. That guy will not have a winning record. Mark it down, write it down, put it on your refrigerator door. He will not have a winning record at Kansas State. Mark it down.
Well, but Drew, though, the difference in the pressure of playing at Nebraska versus playing at Kansas State is not the same.
Sure,
So
they're gonna cater that offense to him. They're gonna run the ball a lot. It'll be a lot of short passing stuff. He'll do a lot of quarterback scrambles, but they're not any good, and he's not any good. So I said my piece. Him having winning at record at Kansas State will be damn near impossible.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's gonna be tough for them to do that, but we shall see if they can get it done. So.
And he's not going to have near the defense he had in Nebraska the last 2 years. Nebraska had a good defense. He just couldn't hold on to the damn football.
I know.
And he throws. He on average throws 2 picks a game.
Well, but Drew, that's what I was saying. The pressure of playing in Nebraska, it might be a better situation for him simply because the pressure to win in Lincoln, and that is a lot greater than it is at Kansas State.
Well, that, and you're going to have 35,000 people watching the game in lieu of 90,000 people watching.
I think that they hold more than I think the Kansas State people, I will say this, they do support their university in their purple, and I think that, they average, 50,000 probably, something like that. But, okay, let's just go. Okay, Oklahoma State versus Baylor.
All right, I'm off my soapbox there.
I knew you were going to get fired. I knew you were going to get fired up about that. I already knew that. You got Oklahoma State and Baylor, the first big game. I was just saying that this is a revenge game for Oklahoma State.
Where's that game at?
At Baylor.
Whew, boy,
but it's a revenge game, though. Because if we were fully stocked last year, we beat them in the Big 12.
Yeah, no doubt. If we run the ball on the goal line, run it. I mean, what are you doing? Unbelievable.
It's our boy Gunn. What he
Lost a lot of guys to the NFL. I realize that they're having a great recruiting class, but there's a whole new system coming in. Your offensive coordinator, wide receiver coach, number one, just got canned. I mean, it's a lot. We'll see.
Yeah, but Drew, that thing
I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid yet.
I'm not either.
The kid's
I'm not either.
I mean, we'll see how he plays at Nebraska before he plays Texas, and I'll call that game. Well, that's going to be his first true test is in Lincoln.
Yeah, I got a thing the other day about wanting to rehire Kale. And I just was like, okay.
No.
You know, I mean, to me, Kale, my problem with Kale was, as a coach, when you're pissed at one of your players for doing something stupid like not paying attention, Kale should have read what the kid was writing before he just said it.
Before he said it.
But he was pissed. But he
was 4 times.
But he was pissed, and he just was saying it before. I don't think he realized what he was saying until he said it. You know what I'm saying? And then he's just like, "What? Wait a minute. Wait, what?" But I think
if you believe the reports, he said it. He said it
multiple times. Yeah. Well, like I said, I've known him, and I would believe that about his brother before I believe it about him, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Really?
That's all I'm gonna say about that. I mean,
that's surprising. I would have thought the opposite because I know Kale more than I know Mike.
That's what I'm saying. No, Kale is not. To me, Kale has never been one to drop the word or say anything about it or be any way towards that line of thinking around me or around anybody I know. Unless you can tell me something different, I mean, you might be able to, but no one I know of has said that. Everybody I know was like, wait, what did he say? And not one black person I'm saying not one black person I know backed him, whereas all of us in unison
let
feel
me
the
ask you
opposite.
this. Would you support Mike Gundy putting him on Oklahoma State staff?
Yes, but I don't think he will because I don't think Kale, after 20, how many years has he been an OU person? 27?
30.
Whatever.
30 years.
Yeah, something ridiculous. Yeah. No, I don't think Kale would do that.
No.
I mean, would you? That would be hard for me to do. As an OSU
From a
guy.
recruiting standpoint, I'd love to have him in State, but yeah, I mean, but I don't know. I think that'd be highly controversial. I don't think Oklahoma State needs that.
Yeah, well, the whole thing is
OSU's in a pretty good spot right now, and I think Mike's in a good spot down there. It's an unneeded headache.
Yeah, well, I agree with that. But they're still going to pay him $600,000, and he'll be fine. And he's made enough money. Let's face it. Does he really need to work?
He'll get another shot somewhere.
Oh
else.
Yeah, because he can recruit.
Yeah,
he can recruit.
Be surprised if he ends down there in the burnt orange.
Yep. Now here we go. Well, I'm not. I mean, he won't go to Texas. He'll go to Oklahoma State before he'll go to Texas. I can promise you that he'll go to Oklahoma State.
Boy, wouldn't that be something?
Oh
wouldn't
my
that
God,
be something?
That would be. Woo. Woo. I don't know if he'd have a home in Norman, or his parents would still on him in Midwest City. If that happened, I don't see that happening. The next big game: Texas versus Oklahoma State, October the 22nd.
We'll be there in that when you and I are gonna be sitting in the parking lot.
Oh yeah, well I'm gonna be in the parking lot, brother. I already know where I'm gonna be.
Sipping on the back of a Lincoln Navigator.
Lincoln Navigator. Well, before that, we're gonna be hanging out with Greg, Nafi, and Deba over there, right by the airplane over by ROTC. We're gonna have cocktails and get fed really good then, because Randy likes to go to Hideaway, and I'm like, I can eat Hideaway here. You know what I'm saying? Let me go get some tailgate food. Because I don't know if you've ever had Marco Mora. He has these steak burgers, okay, with cheese on them. They're like little minis with hot links on top of it. Oh my God, Drew.
All right.
Oh man. Oh my God. He has them at Mob.
I'm canned to a Georgia Stables cold beer and Rumplemint shot right before I go in.
Well,
the game,
you can do that.
so.
I don't do no Rumplemint, but you can do Rumplemint all you want. I don't want anything to do with that. But the Texas-Oklahoma State game, I'm all about. We play better. We just play better at Texas, like I was saying before you came on. We play better at Texas than we play them at home. I don't know why that is.
We do, and that'll be a prime time ABC game, probably 2:30, 7 o'clock start. and the
Well,
place will be juiced.
it'll also depend on what Texas does against OU and what we do against Baylor.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think if we win, if we're both undefeated or close to or have one loss each, like if they lose to OU, we lose to Baylor. I think that's a nationally televised game. Especially if the games are close. But the
Oh, yeah.
question is, which are we going to see, Spencer or Sanders? I said, when we see Spencer, we're really good. When we see Sanders, who knows what the hell is going to happen? That's my problem with that. So
Right.
then the next big game, Drew, is Baylor versus OU, November the 5th in Norman.
That's in Norman.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that'll be a big game. Big game.
The question is, will it be an 11 o'clock game?
Well, I mean, they're already mad. They're playing 11 against Nebraska.
Yeah, well, most of their games are 11 for whatever reason. Last year,
Tell you what, they're gonna. I'm happy that game's at 11. It's gonna be hot, and might as well get it over with and get it done at 11. I'd rather play 11 or 7 in September.
Is it September 11th? Is that when it is? When is it? September
17th.
17th.
Yeah.
Dude, that speaks to that, man. Did you talk to our boy Randy Wright about rolling up there with us? Did you talk to him about that?
He got it. Might as well jump in. I mean, that's going to be a good time.
Yeah, I talked to him about it. He just kind of avoided me, and we did a shot. And he didn't really answer the question. He's like, let's do a shot.
I mean,
okay.
He'll be ready to go. He'll have his OU dad shirt on. He'll be ready.
Ooh. You just took a shot across
the
bow. Wow. Wow. Okay, fans, let's clarify that. Randy's daughter is one of the top debate students in the country. So she chose to go to OU, one of the top debate schools, and it was better than OSU's. So let's clarify that. You taking shots across the bow. That's what that was. But it's fine. It's fine.
I mean,
you're going to hear it on that one.
Is it going to be a maroon shirt or a white shirt with red letters or maroon with white letters? That's the only question. I just don't know yet.
OSU plays that day, so we will be wearing our black with orange. We'll have our own steak here. That's what's going to happen. Anyway, let's move on before we get a nasty text. OSU versus OU Bedlam in Norman, November the 19th.
I don't like our chances down there. Or whatever. I mean, we don't win very often down there, and
we don't.
Boy, I tell you what, it's just that'll be a big game though too. I mean, that could be for the Big 12 championship.
Well, it's like last year. What a great game that was. I was there at the game last year, but of course, I was up in club level because it was too cold for me to be down there in the normal people seats.
Oh boy, too cold. What was it? 32?
It was cold, man. I'm originally
that's called a beautiful Saturday in Omaha.
Well, it was a beautiful Saturday for me because I was inside. I had cocktails. There was food. You know what I'm saying? I had me a couple.
Well, where I'll be when that game's taking place. I'll be posted up in sunny San Diego.
You are. What's that about? You were not hanging out with
J-Dub?
Thanksgiving.
That's the trip. Yeah, that's the trip. Thanksgiving.
Oh, that is Thanksgiving weekend. That Saturday, isn't it? Oh man, that's gonna
Saturday
be
before Thanksgiving.
That's gonna be ugly, is what that is. That's what I'm going.
So I'll have that, and I'll have Nebraska, Wisconsin on the same day. It'll be a good day.
Who do you liking in that game?
We'll see. It's in Lincoln, so I like our chances. We usually play them pretty tough in Lincoln, so see how the year goes. That's the last game of the year before Iowa. So.
Oh, and which is always Iowa. That's a game I need to go with you.
That's a fun time.
Because you know Mark Long for SRB, his son is there at Iowa on going to dental school. So that might be a nice trip for us to make that. So that we may look at that and see if we can get that done. So okay, well let's take a quick break, my brother. Of course, we want to thank our guys at YNB, family owned and operated since 1912.
They are truly the bank that makes things happen.
Yes, they are, and they can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's pre-qualify at www.ynbok.com. Now, Drew, we're gonna be making a run up there here pretty soon because I told Carolyn and Randy that they want us to do a live remote. So we're gonna do a live remote up there. We just got to figure out what Thursday is going to be good. Maybe even next Thursday may be a good time to roll down there and give them people some love there. And then also our want to thank our people at Collaborative Logic. If you got any IT needs as far as your computer, things like that, those are the peeps that you need to holler at. Then, of course, Mark Long over at SRB for any engineering, surveying, or planning needs. Those people are great behind the scenes. Jose Fierro. By the way, brother, I got to get you a shirt. He had a shirt for you. I forgot to get it to you. Jose.
Yeah, my USA soccer shirt.
No. Your Oak Grove Trucking. He just got his Oak Grove truck, and I
Oh
wore
man,
that
I'll
yesterday.
take one of those too.
Yeah.
As long as it's not green
It's black.
or maroon.
It's black.
Okay,
I had it
perfect.
on yesterday on the show. I had it on yesterday.
Or Duke blue. I shy away from royal blue too.
Oh,
so.
there we go, man. Just anyway, Jose.
But
you
sometimes they make the Duke blue shirts the same color as the Dallas Cowboy blue. So, as long as obviously I'm never going to wear a Duke shirt. But.
Well, it's got some blue in it, but it's more towards North Carolina blue than Duke blue.
Okay, there we go.
And now also yesterday he was trying to act like that I said the Denver Broncos was going to win the West. I did not say that and would not say that. But
hey, well, you know who else picked them to win the West?
Colin. Who, you?
And yeah.
Oh, please.
Yeah, remember that? Remember I picked them? That was one of my upset picks.
Yeah, they got a good. I think the Broncos are a year away. They worry me next year, not this year.
Better not wait too long because old Russell's got some miles on those tires.
No, he's going to be good. He's got a great offensive line. He's got some running game. He's not going to be hit that much. He's got a good tight end. He's got good wide receivers. He's got weapons around him.
Is this his 10th year?
10th or 11th
year in the league?
He's only 30. Was he 34?
Right.
Something like that. He's only 34, so he's fine. So it shouldn't be any issues or anything with that.
He really hadn't had that many injuries either.
No. And then, of course, our people at Nafco, Greg and Max Nafee over there. But, no, he has not, Drew, had that many injuries. But also now, 5-2 last night. What about that, bro?
No, 6-2.
Was it? Well, you texted me 5-2.
Yeah, I might have played one. I didn't text you.
Okay,
so.
Thank you. I was gonna say, how you just gonna
Let's
change
just
up on me?
Did I text you? Let me let's look here.
You text me 5-2.
Oh yeah, it was 5-2.
Okay, then. Well, like man, I'm not that old, bro. I can still see.
Yeah, I pat myself on the back a little hard. It's
Shocking. You patted yourself on the back. Can't believe that. But anyway, this is my boy Drew Henthorne with HuskerDrewPicks.com. He's got the Marlins. Were they a winner for you yesterday?
They were not. They were a loser.
They were one of your losers yesterday.
They were one of my losers. Yeah.
Well, you have them today. The money line.
If you're seeing the theme, I need the Mets and the Phillies to lose. So I'm trying to will it to happen.
Oh my God.
By gambling against them. So as you see, I took the Marlins today.
Yes, plus 143.
Plus 142, and they are up 3-0 in the top of the ninth.
Then you've got the Rangers and the Stros over 8.
Yeah, it's not looking too good there.
No.
Well, we're top of the 5th and 5-0 Stros, so I got a chance.
You got a chance
there.
Cardinals, Rockies under 12.5.
Yeah, we got 2 runs in the second inning. We got a chance.
Well, I was looking at that under 12. I mean, and especially if it's in Rockies in there. I mean, man, they're playing in Colorado.
It's over 12. It's over 12. It's over 12, not under.
Oh yeah. It's over 12. Oh, okay. Well, then I messed that up. So. Well, then you're hurt.
And then I'm probably going to play the Cubs tonight in the Field of Dreams game. I just haven't made my mind up yet what I'm going on that.
Okay. Well, maybe you can make it up before the show's over with and give us a good deal about that.
I'll just go ahead and say I'm going to go ahead and tell you it's the Cubbies, and they are minus 115 or minus 105 against the Reds. So
minus 105.
I'll take the Cubs, and I'll take the over 9 runs.
Oh man, look at that! Look at you right now. Over 9 runs, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, well, I like that.
If they can't hit it out into a cornfield, we got some issues.
Oh my God! Well, we're gonna continue.
That's fun. That's a fun game. That'd be a fun game to go to. I think I've never been out there. I guess they're building just the world's largest outdoor baseball, softball facility for high school kids. It's being built in an adjacent field from the Field of Dreams. I hear it's just going to be unbelievable.
Well, I think they're trying to entice the softball World Series to leave Oklahoma and come there. People are still talking about that. I said, that's the most idiotic statement ever. The Hall of Fame is right there attached to it. You can go in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Why would you even think about leaving? You have a beautiful stadium that's built. It's set
I can
up
tell you
perfectly to
why, because
watch.
all these SEC schools are complaining. All the SEC schools complain because OU has home field advantage. That's why.
OU
And
is going to
the
beat
SEC,
they're going to beat the brakes off of them no matter where they play.
you and I both know that, but you know as well as I do, SEC schools don't think that, and they wield a pretty big stick.
Okay, well, Drew, all I know is when Florida was winning, nobody was griping. When OU wasn't that good.
Nope, you're right. And Alabama was winning too.
Yeah, so now all of a sudden, it's OU's home field advantage. Hey, like what did Barry Switzer say one time? They said, "Man, I used so many points." He goes, well, "Don't you feel bad?"
You
He
don't
goes,
want me to
"No,
run it up on you. Get better.
get better, get better. Don't complain, get better. Don't whine about it.
Yeah.
Get better."
Get better.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
You
So
don't want me to run it up your butt. Get better.
get better and stop me. He goes, "I'm handing it off to the fullback. What you want me to do is not my fault because my fullback is better than anybody you got on defense. I mean, what you want me
And
to
you
do?"
know what? In college, you can't tell kids not to score. In the pros, you can do it. You only got so many people on the roster, just running around, fall down. But in college, these kids get into games late in the games. They want to score touchdowns. They want
Yep.
to throw the ball. They want to run around. It's their time to shine.
It's their time to shine, and they want to be able to talk about, look, and tell their grandkids, "Yeah, I scored." Well, now we were up 40, but of course that will not be part of what is being said on the deal at all.
You don't put the score in the corner on your. You don't put the score in the corner on your highlight reel.
No, you don't. Hey, at least I don't. I don't know about anybody else.
Yeah,
I know I don't. I don't even do that at all. That cracks me up.
I don't
Okay.
even I wouldn't even put the opposing team on. I'd say, shit, that was against KU.
You are so wrong, brother. You are so very wrong. Okay, Drew, we're going to talk about the AFC North, my brother. The Steelers, the Browns.
Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Baltimore Ravens.
Yep. That's who we got. And I took the Bengals. I think you took – who did you take to win that division?
I took the Ravens.
Well, no, because you had the Ravens in the playoffs, and you had the Bengals.
Yep.
You had the Bengals making a wild card, and the Ravens winning it, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, what we're going to do, Drew, is we're going to go over the teams and see what we're going to do as far as who's going to win what. And what I did is I took the Cincinnati Bengals schedule, which you want to pull up. You can look at that, and the Baltimore Ravens schedule, since we both agreed that Pittsburgh is probably going to be pretty decent, but one of those two teams is probably going to win the division. Agreed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
The Bengals, Steelers at home. W or
I got to win. I got to win for the Bengals there. Coming off Super Bowl home opener. That place will be jacked.
Yep, it will. Cowboys away.
I'll take the boys.
Oh my God. Okay, well I've got them 2-0.
3:25 start down in Dallas. They're going to come off a big win against the Bucks. Come on.
Oh,
here we go.
You are truly a Cowboys fan without question. Jets away at New York.
Win. That's a win.
Dolphins at home.
That's a win.
Ravens away.
I'm giving them an L there.
I did too. Saints away back-to-back.
I'll give them a win there.
My deal is this. They play 4 out of their first 6 away, but, you have the Cowboys, Ravens, and Saints. You know what I mean? Because really, they should beat the Jets, like you said. Okay, the Saints away.
I'm not a believer in the Saints this year. I'm not a big Jameis Winston guy, so I think that they win that game.
Mm-hmm. Falcons.
That's a win.
Browns away.
That's gonna be a tough game.
I think so too.
And it depends on what Deshaun Watson
does. If he's
does.
back or not.
If they appeal this and he gets to play 5 games, then they suspend him. He may be out for that game. So.
Well, my thing is this: if he appeals, Zeke played up to 10 games. Remember, and then he sat for those 4. So realistically, if the NFL does what they do, and this guy drops because to me, I think the Browns accept an 8-game suspension. I think anything over 8, they're going to have an issue.
I think they do too.
I think they say 8 games, we're good, we move on. If you try to give him a whole season or 12 and all of that nonsense, they're going to fight that. They're going to fight that. And honestly,
that thing could get drug out the whole year.
Right. But the problem is Deshaun, the Browns really don't want that, but it doesn't matter to Deshaun because he'll make $46 million next year regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, he won't. Not if he sits the whole year, right?
Not if he sits a whole year, yeah.
He'll lose
He won't.
46. And that to me, that's steep. You gonna throw away give somebody $46 million fine? We ain't doing that. So, but I think that just go and get him in.
You and I talked about that.
I think just get him in 8 games and move on. Okay, give him 2 more games, but that's what she would have gave him if the NFL hadn't set the precedent already. You know what I'm saying? They already set the precedent.
All right.
By doing what they did before. So if it had been 8 games, she'd have gave him 8. If it had been 10, she would have given him 10. But she gave him the maximum allowed. And like she said, the NFL, you can't just go around and just decide, without any warning, we're changing the rules. Well, you can't do that. So, okay, Falcons, home.
Mm-hmm.
W.
That's a win.
Browns away. That's an L.
I think it might be an L.
Panthers, home.
That's a win.
Of course, then they have their bye week, and then they got to go to Pittsburgh.
That's a tough game, but I just don't know.
I think Kenny Pickett is starting by then. That's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think the team is rejuvenized.
I'll give Cincinnati a win there at Pittsburgh.
Okay, Titans at Titans.
That's a loss.
Chiefs home.
Whoo! Well, that's gonna be a must-watch TV right there.
The last time they played, they beat the Chiefs. Remember at Baltimore.
I'll take the Chiefs.
I will too because I think the Chiefs will come back and get them because of what happened that last time they played. Browns home.
I got a win there for the Bengals.
Okay, Buccaneers away.
I'll give them an L there.
Yep. The Patriots. Why are they even playing anybody?
That's a win.
England. At New England.
Boy, look at that. Then you got Buffalo on Monday Night Football
and the Ravens
toward the end of the year.
And the Ravens both at home. But both of them at home.
I think they split those games. I think Buffalo gets them and then they beat Baltimore.
Oh, so I've got them at 11-6.
That's probably about right.
You had them at 12-5, right? You had them
12-5, 11-6.
Yep. I think they're right about there. Then the Ravens, of course, everybody gets the feed off the Jets, man. They're getting fat off the Jets. Everybody's getting fed off the Jets. They play the Ravens.
Yeah, I mean,
they're at the Jets to start the season off.
I think those first 3 games are wins. Ravens against Jets, Miami, and New England. I think they're all W's.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. They're going to handle their business very, very easily with all of those. Bills, home.
Buffalo, that's at Buffalo at home. That's going to be a big game. That's a huge game early in the year.
I gave them a W over Buffalo at there because I think until you've seen Lamar, it's hard to really gauge him if it's your first time. You know what I'm saying? Even though Buffalo's deep, Josh Allen they're loaded offensively. The Baltimore is going to run the hell out the ball. Josh Allen is not going to get that many looks at the score. So I had the Bills losing to the Ravens there.
All right. Well, I'd probably do that, and then I'd have them lose in that game against Cincinnati. But if they do that, I got them splitting those games, vice versa. Whoever they're going to lose one of those two against either Buffalo or Cincinnati.
Yeah. Giants. Go ahead.
That's a win.
Browns at home.
I'll take a win there.
Yeah. The Buccaneers away. Isn't it weird that they both playing the Buccaneers away?
That's a loss.
That was kind of I'm like,
why? Look at that schedule though. You got Buffalo, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Tampa Bay, 5 out of 6 weeks. That's a pretty tough schedule.
Yeah, it is. Then they have the Saints next.
That's a win.
Then they have the bye, and they come off of that with the Panthers at home. So that's 2 byes.
That's a win.
And then the Jaguars back. So they really have they've got 3 easy weeks to really rest their bodies for that.
They could easily be 8-1, 8-2 in there.
But then the problem is they got the Broncos.
That's
at the end of the year. The Broncos would have figured out pretty much what they're going to do and who they are offensively at that point. And your boy Russell.
Basically, you got New Orleans, you got a bye week, Carolina, and Jacksonville. You got 4 fairly easy games right there for them to tune up for Denver.
Yeah, sure. That's what I was saying. It makes it easy for them. Then you go the Broncos and then the Steelers. and Browns. Wow. But the Broncos are at home.
Yeah.
The Steelers away. I think they beat. I don't know. What'd you say? Broncos home win or loss?
Phew. I'm gonna say they drop one there. I'm gonna say they're riding high on the hog and they drop one.
Okay. Then they turn around and then they have the Steelers away.
That's probably a win. They always
Yeah,
play
but
the
then so you
Steelers
got
tough.
them sweeping. Okay, you got that's their first.
Steelers.
So you got them beating them. Okay, Browns away.
Yeah. Well, I just don't have the confidence in the Steelers quarterback to beat the Ravens defense.
Yeah, yeah.
That's more what I'm leaning toward. And then the Browns at home, I'll give them a win against the Browns.
Steelers.
I'll give them a win against Steelers, win against the Browns, and then win
Bengals
against
away.
the Falcons. Man, I got them playing pretty good.
See, my deal is this: that last game, it's at Cincinnati.
That's a loss, and they could lose to the Steelers.
Right.
I mean,
well, to me, I think that game,
I just don't know that. Right.
Go ahead.
No, I say I don't know that. I just don't know that a Steeler quarterback can beat the Ravens defense. I don't know that can happen. They could sweep the Steelers.
Well, the problem is Lamar. They know Lamar. Lamar doesn't really have big games against the Steelers because one, their outside linebackers are so good, and then they got Mika Fitzpatrick in the middle. So they usually play them pretty good. But I think that the Bengals Ravens game will decide who wins the conference, and if not, possibly who can go to the playoffs. That game's huge implications. I think it's got everything riding on it. But I have both of those teams at 11-6, Drew. That's what I have both of them. I think they're that close. And plus, Lamar has something to prove.
I got them at 12-5, so, yeah.
You got the Ravens 12-5, Bengals 12-5.
Yep.
So you got them basically.
That last game of the year could be for the division championship.
Yeah, I think 100% it is. I mean, but, what a game that is going to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm excited about watching that because, I mean, one, I'm a big, huge fan, and I like both of those teams. But my
That's a fun division to watch games in too. I usually watch those games during the year just because I like that division. They're fun to watch.
What I like about it is just it's so physical. I mean, they don't really they don't hide a lot. They're like, look, we're gonna run the football down your throat. You're gonna have to stop us, and then we're gonna pass when we need to. And then our defenses are going to be.
And it's big time rivalries too. They don't like each other. None of those teams like each other.
They don't like each other at all. And like I told
fan bases don't like each other. That's good stuff. Well, because
like in the air, like that's what we'll do tomorrow, Drew. We'll do all what we think the rivalries are. You know what I mean? Who teams are just absolutely like the Cowboys and Eagles. And the I don't know who's worse, the Cowboys, Eagles, or the Cowboys, Redskins. I don't know which one the Cowboys hate worse. I know their fans hate them equally, but man,
Well, right now, I hate the Eagles more than I hate the Redskins because the Eagles are better than the Redskins. The Redskins really hadn't caused me any pain. But, boy, if you'd asked me that question in the 1980s and early 90s,
or 70s,
for sure tell you the
70s Redskins, 70s Redskins, no doubt. But that's what's up. What we'll do is we'll break down that because right now the Ravens and the Steelers is one of the top rivalries in professional football still because those teams have been perennially good for 20 years. You know what I'm saying?
Chiefs Raiders, big rivalry.
Well, not as much as it used to be, I don't think. Because the Chiefs Broncos is pretty nasty, but Chiefs Raiders over time. Let me see. The 49ers Cowboys, but that was to win it all.
49ers Rams.
49ers Rams, yeah, it is.
49ers Cowboys, big rivalry.
That's what I'm saying.
That last year.
Let me see. Who else would it be? You got
Cowboys Packers is a big rivalry.
Yeah, it used to be New England and
the Jets
and
the Dolphins.
And the Jets a little bit, but New England and Denver.
But it used to be New England and the Colts.
New England and Indianapolis.
Brady,
Brady and Manning against each other. So that was pretty outstanding watching those two go head to head.
I'm liking talking football. We're getting geared up.
It's that time of year, brother. We got some good stuff, and then tomorrow we're going to really get into it.
Nebraska is 16 days away I'm kicking it off.
16 days
Come on.
Nebraska kicks it off, huh? Is that only 16 days?
Saturday
Is that
in
it?
Ireland against Northwestern.
Oh, my God. Who cares about Ireland?
12-point
about
favorite.
Ireland? Nobody cares about Ireland.
How Nebraska is a 12-point favorite over anybody, I'll never know, but I'll probably take them.
Well, you're a Nebraska fan. That shit you know, aren't y'all? Y'all the great Nebraska Cornhuskers, the monsters of the North.
Boy.
Isn't that what Nebraska is?
How you throw back-to-back 3 and 9s on the board and then tell somebody you're a 12-point favorite is beyond me.
Well, why aren't you that realistic about the Cowboys? You're not that realistic about the Cowboys. You're realistic about them, but you ain't realistic about the Cowboys. What's up with that?
I'm realistic about the Cowboys. I think we'll beat the Bengals.
Oh my God. Anyways,
I'm
just because you said that, I'm getting ready to take a break here. Coming up, guys, on September 20th. I had to segue out of that for you, bro. Santa Fe Family Life Center, we're doing the John F. Kennedy Community Service Awards. You can see the recipients there on the right-hand side of the screen, September 20th at the Omni. Love that place. Still need to go.
You got my tickets lined up?
Tickets? We'll work on that, bro. We'll work on something for you. If you got something nice to wear, I don't know if you got anything nice to wear, we'll figure it all out.
I keeps a suit. You know that.
You keeps a suit. Keeps a suit. Kids,
I got something special.
Kids don't listen to this, man. Anyway, tonight on The Captain is the finale episode, Thursday the 11th. Episodes 1 through 6 were fantastic. I wasn't a big fan of episode 4. I only watched it the one time. I never watched it again. I've watched 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6 multiple times. Really enjoying Alex Rodriguez and Derek Jeter really talking and being honest about what was happening with that going on. I really liked that about them doing that. So I really liked Derek being cool and being straight up about that. So anyway, episode 7 tonight is the final episode.
Now these the last 2?
This is the last one.
Oh, just one? There's just 7 of them?
Yep, just 7. 5 and 6 were last Thursday. The 4th.
Is it 2 hours or 1 hour tonight?
Let me see. I believe it's just 1 hour, Drew.
All right.
We'll have to go check it, but I believe it's just 1 hour. So, but I'll be tuned to watch the final deal. Actually, I'll probably turn around and watch it when I get home because we're supposed to be going to the Omni tonight for the Sunset Serenade is tonight at the Omni. So they're having the pool party, kind of like what they used to do at the Waterford back in the day. Remember they have that Sunset Serenade hanging out by the pool. So that's tonight. So I'm thinking about going to do that. Then, of course, we can't have.
Is that every Thursday?
I think it is starting this Thursday, and then of course the Wayman Tisdale.
You know what? We might have to do that next Thursday. I got my old significant other's birthdays that night. May have to partake in that.
Yeah, she might like to do that, man. It might be fun. The Wayman Tisdale Foundation, of course, they added a couple more teams. So if you're interested in becoming a corporate sponsor, single team, only $1,500. Of course, if you want to step up and play as an individual, it's only $400. And you can get more information at www.waymantisdalefoundation.org. And, of course, it's going to be played at the Cherokee course there at the Hard Rock Casino. A great place to play. The course is really ridiculous. And, now, of course, your birthday is when? Next Tuesday, right?
Tuesday. Yeah.
And we're going to go play golf at Lincoln West, right?
Well, I sent you that text this morning. Did you get it about would you rather play Lincoln? Would you rather play Lincoln East or Early Wine North?
Lincoln.
Lincoln.
Okay.
That's it.
I'm not a big fan of Early Wine. Trosper, I love Trosper.
Okay.
But if I had a choice between Lincoln East or Trosper, I would take Trosper. But
my brother-in-law was saying that Early Wine North course is pretty fun, so that's why I just made one there just in case we wanted to play there. So.
Oh, okay. Is he coming?
No.
Oh, what? Is he too good for us? He can't.
He's busy.
That's how Joe is. Joe too busy.
Well, he's running that dispensary. He's too busy for us.
Well, that and your sisters own him, so those two things.
Oh yeah, he got Barn Boss.
I'm not even gonna say anything
I'm
today.
just digging myself a hole today.
Oh boy.
I don't even know. I'm gonna have to put some waders on. I'm digging it deep today.
Oh man, yeah, I'm here by the pool, Drew poolside today. That water's looking so good. I had to get out in the sun a little bit though, because you couldn't really see my face. I don't know how good you can see me, but it got. I needed to back up a little bit. I was under the awning, but I really couldn't see me that well. I was blending in, and I didn't want to hear the comments that would be coming towards that. You know what I'm saying, Drew? From all my good
Uh
friends,
huh.
all my good
Uh
buddies.
huh.
Oh my Lord! All right, brother. Well, hey, tomorrow I'm gonna hit you up. Like I said, we're gonna do some things about the rivalries. We'll be at the barbershop, of course,
Yeah.
tomorrow. So uh, maybe you want to swing through there, maybe tomorrow.
Well, I got yeah. It may be the day. It could be the day tomorrow. I got a
Wearing your
couple things I
Cowboys
got
jersey.
knocked out.
Are you wearing your Cowboys
Hmm.
jersey? Or are you wearing your Allen
I don't
Iverson
know.
jersey?
I can't tell you what I'm gonna wear. Yeah, it'll be something sweet.
Oh, I bet it will. Well, because Keith is a 49er fan, so
Hmm.
he's a 49er fan. Everybody else
Hmm.
is pretty much Cowboys, except for him. So that's he was really happy after the game last year. So he was running his mouth
Oh
pretty
boy, fluke.
extensively. You
It
know
was
he
a
was,
fluke.
as he should. So all right, brother. Well, I'll holler at you.
Yeah,
All right, Drew. I'll holler at you tomorrow.
sounds good.
All right, bro. That was
Appreciate
my
you.
guy, Drew Henthorn of HuskerDrewPicks.com. He was 5-2 last night. Of course, he has the games. Uh, this is what he has for today. The Marlins plus 143, Rangers Astros over 8, and then the Cardinals Rockies over 12.5. That's what he has for today. So that being said, I want to thank everybody for watching the show and supporting the Unpopular Hour. Of course, I'm your host, Matt Clark, and I also want to thank the Santa Fe Family Life Center for allowing me to do my remote last minute here at the Santa Fe Family Life Center out by the pool. And that water's looking good. I may just dive in it really quick. So that being said,